Hey, so today I want to talk about a toothpaste cap design, or more specifically, the twist-off caps. It's kind of like this, where you have to kind of twist it for the toothpaste cap to come off and twist it back on to close it. So how that kind of affects the design of the toothpaste is that it affects the usability, or rather the ease of opening and closing it. So there are kind of three factors that we have to look at. The first one is the shape. The second one would be the texture, and then the third one would be the size of the cap. And all three of those factors affect how easy it is to kind of open and close the toothpaste. So the very first one would be the shape. So there are like two kinds of shape that I've sort of noticed. The first one would be like a cylindrical one where the sides are nearly parallel like this, and then there are also ones where it has like a flared out shape like the Pronamel toothpaste. In regards to this, I definitely think the ones that are not parallel is easier to kind of open and close just based on like grabbing it, because it kind of flares out. It sits into like your hands and fingers and thumbs, and it just gives you more leverage to open and close. So the one that is parallel is definitely more difficult to kind of grab onto to open and close. The second thing I want to talk about is actually the size. So these caps are all different sizes. In terms of ease of opening, definitely the larger the cap it is, the easier it is to open. So because it's bigger, it's easier for you to kind of grab onto to open and close. Although some of the caps do get kind of small, like the one on the right here. Although that's not too bad though. But anyway, typically the larger the cap, the easier it is for you to grab, to open and to close it. The third thing would be actually the texture of the cap. What I've sort of found is that the smooth ones, like the ones here, the smooth ones are a lot more slippery, especially if your hands are wet. Like if you kind of run your hands underwater and you go to grab and open the toothpaste cap, sometimes I struggle to open the crest one right here because it's small and it's smooth and it's kind of round, and then I could be struggling to open this sometimes, especially. Yeah, it's completely smooth. You don't hear any sound at all when I rub this one. The one from Colgate is a little bit better. It is smooth, but there is some texture to this. It's a little hard to see, but if I rub it, you'll actually hear a sound. Like, can you hear that squeaking noise there? So so that texture makes it easier to open. Although, the easiest thing to do would be to give it a lot of texture, kind of like the Davis toothpaste here, where it has like the ridges that go around 360 degrees of the cap. So this one, you definitely will not slip at all, right? And that just gives it a lot of texture. Although the Pronamel one is not bad either. It has a little bit of texture. It's mostly smooth, but then if you look here, it has like a couple of lines there just to give it a little bit of texture for your fingers to kind of grab onto. I mean, personally, I've never had any issues opening this one, the Pronamel one, the one with the oblongated shape with a little bit of texture in there. And it's a pretty decent size too. Overall, I think cap-wise design, I think the Pronamel one is the best one. Just because I just kind of like how it flares out and it adds a little bit of grip and is a decent size as well. My least favorite one would be the Crest one. Here, it's small, it's smooth, and it's very round, and there's like very difficult to grip onto this sometimes, So just based on toothpaste product design wise, to be quite honest, I still kind of really like the flip cap a lot more, like the toothpaste here. The flip cap is, see that? It is so easy to open and close, and it usually has like a lip here for you to kind of grab onto, right? It's just so much easier than the screw cap. It's a lot faster too. As you can see, it opens in like less than a second. If you kind of compare it to the twist-off caps, sometimes it could take a while, especially if it has a lot of threads in there, like this one, right? See, it takes a couple seconds for you to open and close it, right? So maybe I'm just lazy, but I definitely prefer the flip cap a lot more. But if I were to make a screw cap toothpaste, I would probably imitate the Sensodyne Pronamel one. I think this is the best type of twist-off cap or screw cap design. All right, and that's it for today.